assessor. I'm glad to see we're talking about the stores a little bit. I made a proposal to the board for the last few meetings that I would drop the appeal that I have with the board, with the DEP, if you would just do the survey. A survey can't cost the township any more than a couple $100. If we take this down the road, it's going to cost quite a bit more than that in legal fees with our solicitor and his firm. I would like to save the township some money. It's my money too, it's my tax money. I would not want to spend that fighting myself in an appeal with the DEP over this issue. Again, I make the offer. You do the survey, which is what Susan was recommending for the last few meetings, and we can end this and move forward. As far as the other issues that have been brought up, as far as what the township should pay, what the township shouldn't pay, and all those kind of issues, I'm not concerned with that. All I want to do is do a survey. Get the information out to the residents, let them put their input, and then do what you want with that. Then I'll be done. I will drop the appeal. You can do what you want to do, and we'll move forward with this. As of right now, nothing's happening. You can't work on it. You're going to miss the window of opportunity. You're causing delays in the whole system. The delays will end if you just do the survey. The costs will end. All these discussions. Susan making her recommendation in every meeting, saying I'd like to get more information to the residents. I'd like to do it on the survey. We talk about it in the meeting, nothing ever happens. Okay? Save the township some money. Do the survey, supply some information, do the survey, and then move forward with whatever you want to do with it. But at least all the residents in the area will have a chance to be heard through a valid survey that gives them their choices that don't include keep your existing system, which is what most of the people picked in the initial survey, was, well, I want to keep the system I have. Well, that's not an option. The option is either a grinder or gravity type systems. So let the residents pick on those and give you that information. And then if you want to keep your decision, fine. If you want to change your decision, fine. Everybody has a chance to get some input. Everybody has more information about the two systems, advantages, disadvantages, and then we move forward. So, again, Susan, thank you for bringing it up again. I know you said you would do that. Maybe the reasons aren't what I think is best, but at least you're doing something. So I do appreciate your bringing it up at every meeting until such time that it's no longer a valid point. But as far as I know, this could go on for 3, 4, 5 more months before there's any resolution. I don't think that you want that. I don't think the residents want that. I think they want to bring this to a close and move forward. The cost, some people are always going to have issues with the cost. Who should pay for it? All right? Personally, my experience is the residents pay for it. There's some people think the township should pay for it. But, I mean, I've lived in houses before, and you pay by the foot for how much street you have in front of your house. There's a lot of different ways to do it. As far as the costs go, that's up to you guys. If you're going to offer people loans at low interest, I think that's something nice that the residents appreciate. Also, the extended time to hook up is another thing that we appreciate. But we just want to be heard. And I think the best way for us to be heard is to do the survey, put the information out, and let us be heard. And then let's just move forward. So, do something.
Thank you.
And Dan, once again, I think it goes back to you talk people come here for meetings and stuff, and I would really lean that I'm happy with that, and we'll move forward. I think that's based on that, that's where I'm going to stay right now.
Well, there is other options. We didn't look at them. Mr. Nolan didn't present any of those other options to any of the residents who presented.
We went through the full process there, we made our decision last year. We do thank you for your comment, I understand where you're coming from. Is there any